Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Lillia, and I'm taking her on to the weekly nightmares. I feel like this one is going to be challenging enough, but at the same time it's also pretty appropriate, since the opponent won't be able to die before the end of round 5. And with Lillia, we're going to have a slower game plan going on, especially with our setup that I have on her, which has the Guardian Orbs. In theory, we should be able to use them alongside Lillia's powers to give a bunch of items to our cards, which will net us the victory in the long run. Not if I get terrible powers like these ones though. Let's reroll once. Counterfeit production increases the density of a certain card in my hand if I want to. Honestly, it might be good enough. I don't want to use more rerolls, so we'll try to make it work like this. It's not like this deck struggles with card draw that much, so this is probably fine anyway. Let's toss Lillia back. We have the hero's welcome. We'll draw her at the start of the game. There she is. I can even go Lillia right away. Actually, I'll go counterfeit copies on Lillia, then play Lillia. Perhaps Lily will get an item. Actually, she gets multiple items. Nice. And we even proc the scout. Let's not attack. I don't know how I'm going to deal with all of his units, but I'll find a way to do so next turn. Dreamlight Helena. Okay, we captured one with Lily at least. We can block this here. We'll sleep that one. Actually, let's try to... I'm just going to test something out. If I do this... Okay, since Lillia doesn't come back immediately, it doesn't work. My bad. Then I have to do it like so. It's unfortunate that I'm taking 8 damage. But I think I can make it back. Or get back that health. Let's shuffle more of those in the deck. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to get more Lillias. Is there any sort of healing in this deck by default? I don't think so. So I'm relying entirely on the what's it called? Regeneration effect. Can you not? I just want to win, opponent. Right, we're not at round 5 yet, so the opponent can't die. Next turn we might be able to win out though. I just have to summon a large enough unit to the point where it can just attack into the opponent's nexus and kill the opponent. Oh no, we are at round 4, never mind.
I'm actually here.
Since we're at round 4, we don't actually... we aren't actually capable of
Battle.
ending the opponent's life.
Back, dream.
But things are working out the way I expected them to. Mostly in the sense that the cards that my cards are getting extremely powerful.
You won't harm their dreams, not a one. A little dream does simply dream of better things.
By this point, the opponent's just dragging things out because of the power. The game's over here.
Things are strong.
My Lillia has 1500 damage or attack, and she has double strike.
Sleep quietly, dream well.
Yeah, I think things will turn out fine. Well, I am facing off against Ornn and don't exactly have the best track record against Ornn. I can go for the Splinter Soul, which is the correct choice. Or I can go for the Reason Mists, which is the funny choice. I really like cards with Brainworm on them. Let's go for the incorrect choice. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Worst case scenario, I'll just cut that card from my deck. Xerath is very synergistic with Lillia, but Gwen can drain the opponent's health total to 0 very quickly. I'm just going to pick the synergistic option. Let's keep it simple. And let's go for the card cut. There are definitely cards in this deck I would like to cut, for the sake of consistency mostly. These, I guess I'll keep the Keeper of the Mask as a jump blocker. Just in case I don't get Lillia, except I got Lillia, so it's fine. Let's give Lillia a bunch of items.
Close your eyes and dream with me.
I don't actually get items. Oh no, I actually got one. I got Elusive on Lillia. Perfect. That's great. 2-drop Harvest, withdraw. That seems fine. I'm just going to drop this guy down.
Time to swindle some nice merchants, huh?
2-drop Harvest.
They wouldn't get swindled.
If only I could draw one extra card this turn. I could drop Xerath down immediately,
Don't judge a bud before its bloom.
but I can't. Unfortunate.
I'll ferry your dreams to the garden.
It's fine. Next turn I can go... I'm going to go counterfeit copies on the Spritlings, probably.
Strong.
Sun's beneath me and wind's behind me.
Just to get more Spritlings down. Then I can
Settle my branch.
jump blocker a couple of those opponent's units.
We got it first.
Okay, that's nice. He's trading in by himself.
Would you look?
Damn. That's probably the worst outcome for me. Spell shield on that means that Lillia dies here. And that I take a bunch of damage. And also choose to use one of the blooming buds to save Lillia. I don't think it's necessary.
Don't go dream.
Let's just drop down a Lillia here.
Race together, dream.
Keep buffing up the cards in my deck.
I know how to use this. Go on, Pepsley.
I deny myself 7 damage, but we have a negative clock on the opponent because I can't kill him right now, so might as well just hold on.
You won't harm their dreams, not a one.
Also, I dropped down Zerath immediately because I want to get him on board. Start destroying those landmarks.
Go on, dance. A little, I'll bury your dreams to the garden.
Really, the opponent's not doing anything. That's weird, right?
In this timeline, we're sure to save Icathia.
Kind of want the opponent to kill one of my followers, just so I can have more board space.
Bingo!
But I don't think it's going to happen.
Quiet things are strong. Go on.
Ooh. Dream lit Alina.
I'll make a note.
You know what? Let's copy this gal.
Strong.
And I'm going to play her over the Dewdrop Harvest.
Figure this whole magic thing out. Right? It worked. It worked.
Ooh, you're striking my Lillia. How terrifying, opponent.
Help me.
It's not like she has a billion attack or anything of the sort.
The sample. I worked.
At least he's doing as I asked, and
Load it lit up already.
he's going ahead and clearing my boards just so I can play more cards. That's polite of him.
Quiet things, dreams at dusk take wondrous shapes.
And Seraph levels up. I don't think it's going to be relevant. The opponent dies here to my attack anyway.
A little dream does dance
Right?
wonders.
We are at round 5. Yep. Game over.
Little spark.
Well, game over for the opponent. We still took a lot of damage here, just like last time. Which is not pleasant in the slightest. We'll go back up to... I'll pick the least bad option. We'll go back up to 50, but we're still missing 4 health. I can heal myself for health here, but I'd rather cut the Coastal Defender. The less cards, or the less cards we have in our deck, the more consistently we can get the items from the Lillia on the cards we actually want them on. Can keep both Zerath and draw Lillia, but nah. I'll mulligan everything. I'll bet the Hero's Welcome will give me a Lillia. I shouldn't have bet on it. Now what? I'm in a pretty bad position. I'm not going to shuffle anything in the deck. I'm just going to go through the Dewdrop Harvest for the sake of developing something on board and drawing a card, which did give us a Lillia. The opponent has that thing that makes it so my damaged units can't block. So I suppose I'll keep these two around as blockers.
You won't get past me.
I'm going to shuffle more lilies in the deck. But what I'm going to do afterwards is stun there. Okay, the opponent's playing had enough mana for another unit. Well, I can mitigate a decent amount of damage here. I still think I'm in a good position. We're not in any rush, so we can afford to take it slow like so.
Rise and dream with me. A little dream does go dream.
When Lilia dies, I rally. Okay. That's decent. Let's shuffle more of Shadow Assassin in the deck, I suppose. Also, let's sleep Lilia. I can't attack into the opponent's board, it's too risky. I suppose I'll sleep the Green Glade Lookout, just so it comes back with more stats.
Go on, dance. A little dream does wonders.
But it's still not good enough. Shadow Assassin for free might be alright though.
Go on, dance.
The problem is it deals 2 damage to my units, so now I can't block with either of these ones. Well, at the very least I got a burst speed blocker in the Risen Mists.
A little dream does wonders. Dreams big and small. I'll carry them home.
I'll do this.
You cannot escape.
I can sleep a unit here, stun a unit there, block that one, and I don't take damage. Yeah, this is fine.
Armstrong. Whoopsie Lily.
Not perfect, but at the very least
A little dream does
I have managed to stabilize, and from here on out I'm in a good position, I think. I should be able to draw relatively quickly through our deck. I'm going to shuffle more
a little dream
Dewdrop Harvests in. Let's also Zerath. Since I have him leveled up in hand, might as well start dealing 3 to my opponent's weakest unit. I see. But if I do this, all of a sudden... Okay, no, it doesn't matter. Well, in that case, I'll just do this and get Zerath back larger than ever. Yeah, you can destroy the Green Glade Lookout, it's fine. I miss out on a rally effect, but it's not like I can actually no, it's turn 5. I can in fact end the opponent's life.
I know how to use this.
But he manages to survive, unfortunately. 7 health.
A little victory.
Will he be able to survive next turn? I don't think so. I think I just play this gal
Go on, dance.
and the game is over. Or it should be over. Okay, that's annoying. Please stop trying to remove Lilia.
A little dream does wonders.
I can also just Shadow Assassin. Nah, this one gives us a bunch of Spritelings and a board-wide buff. Actually, I have a trick for that. Remove the blocker and game over. Okay. Definitely a bit of a struggle,
Dream well.
but we pull through. We won't be going into the mid-boss with full health. But do I need to? Not certain. All of these are terrible. Luminous Sprite give my and there's stacks this round. It gives the supported ally a bunch of spirit if I play the sleep effects on it. It's better than nothing, I suppose. Siphoning Strike, no. Then again, with Grifter's deck, ooh, that's atrocious. That's even worse, I guess. And I guess I'll go for the Siphoning Strike mostly because I think it's funny. But it's probably terrible. Let's cut the Green Glade Lookout. Or the Ghost. Ghost replaces itself. I'm going to cut the Green Glade Lookout. Say 2 mana 3/3.
Building a deck, are we? Excellent. I brought nails.
Let's hope that it wasn't a mistake to get Siphoning Strike. I'm going to keep these 2 cards. Ghost replaces itself and Lily is a good first turn play, as we've seen before.
Hold it steady for me, like that.
Siphoning Strike.
Close your eyes and
Time to see if this is worth it or not.
Strike while the iron is hot.
don't touch your bud before it's bloom.
Sure, I'll attack with Lilia. Just for the sake of dealing 3.
Hair clear of the fire, Kindra. Take it from me.
Then next turn, I don't even know what I'll do next turn. What I know is that the opponent already has a massive board. And that's a problem.
A little dream does wonders.
Reason Mists.
will never accept peace.
That's very cheap Reason Mists. 50% chance to create a copy of me in hand this round that costs 0. Let's get more Shadow Assassins going.
A little dream does wonders.
Let's discard one of the opponent's cards. He doesn't have any equipment, so in theory I shouldn't need to worry about Overwhelmers. But I'll still play conservatively and go for this guy as a jump blocker for any potential aggression. Okay, it's fine. I'm going to keep sleeping Lilia because I definitely need more items.
To the garden.
The more items, the better. Maybe I should go for a second Lilia.
A little dream does wonders.
Luminous Sprite. I want the more card draw. So let's do this. Sleep Lilia. Go for another Lilia. Get a bunch of items on my deck. And Shadow Assassin didn't get hit with most of the items I wanted it to get hit by, which is unfortunate.
I know how to use this.
Yeah, sure. Let's strike with Lilia. Gotta get this going somehow. And I'll go Luminous Sprite into Ghost. Mostly because I want to draw more.
Don't
Well, if I'm going to get a billion ghosts, I might as well use them. Draw through all of my champions. Free Zerath. That's neat. Let's sleep the Lillia. Next turn, both Lilias will strike the opponent's units. So 2 units will be off the board. I hope.
You won't harm their dreams, not a one. Where things are
That one's gone. Actually, no, it starts with the weakest ones. I forgot.
are strong.
Finally, Shadow Assassin gets a bunch of items on it.
What good looks like.
But I can't afford to let Ornn attack. Not with that much stats. So I have to go for the Shadow Assassin right away instead of going for the Zera. Please let him sleep. Oh no. That.
Hammer never fails.
Well, at the very least, the stats are gone. And so is the equipment. He's still going to summon a Spirit of the Realm with a lot of attack and health.
You won't hurt Mother Tree.
I can sleep it though. Make it a problem for
Go on.
future me.
Things are strong. Whoopsie Lily.
Is this round 4 or round 5? Round 4, okay, so I was thinking maybe I should have let Luminous Bright perish just so I could rally, but it wouldn't have mattered. In that case, let's just sleep this Lillia.
A little dream does wonders. Go sleep.
And
Things. A little dream does
alright,
wonders.
because I have a Lillia on board, Lily doesn't sleep. At least not like the way I intended it to. Well, at least it's a way to just do this. Just get rid of the Spirit of the Ram. And then we attack with both Lilias and the other unit that got Scout in the middle of it all. That went a lot better than I anticipated. I think if it was Howling Abyss, things would have gone a lot worse. When I'm summoned, draw 1. Do I really need that much card draw? I'm going to pick it up. I have a way to shuffle infinite cards in my deck, so it's fine. Dreamwoven Spirits. A second copy of it. There's no way I'm turning it down. Champion item chest or spells chest? Let's go for the champion item chest. Maybe if I can get some other summon effects on Lillia. Ooh, if I get restore mana equal to my cost on summon on Lillia, I'll be golden. Or at the very least I'll be able to have a very explosive first turns. Or just play Lillia. And then I'll play something alongside Lillia, and there's no way that's bad. Man, look at the amount of items and cards I just got here. There's no way the opponent comes back from this. At least I don't think there is. I attack with Lillia. Sure. Then I'll sleep Lillia. And next turn I'll shuffle more copies of what into the deck? Maybe Risen Mists? Well, that's the other copy of Reason Mist's gone, so now I definitely need to shuffle it.
Armstrong.
Shuffle more in, I mean.
A little dream does wonders.
Ghost. Let's wait on the ghost. And let's wait on the sleep. Let's see what the opponent does. I think I just do this.
Don't hurt Mother Tree.
There's no reason not to.
Where things are strong.
This way I can sleep the Lillia. Yet again. Sure, he gets that guy back. But now I can go Lillia again.
Breaks together dreams. A little dream does wonders.
Yeah, I definitely got
Go on.
more than enough card draw
Where things are
now.
A little dream. Don't go dream.
Let's attack like so. The opponent gets brought down to an inch of his life.
Where things are strong.
But the thing is
Wondrous shape.
yet again I can't kill him before turn 5. So we're just waiting for set turn.
Go on, dance. A little dream does wonder. You won't harm their dreams, not a one.
All while milling a bunch of cards from my deck. Because my hand is full. Only I could get some cost reduction going. That's a whole bunch of doubling dices. Sure, let's create a bunch of Gym Lightolinas in the deck.
Wonders. Even a small spark can light up the world. This is my magic. It works. It works.
Wow, opponent, you're dealing 2 to my Nexus.
Help me.
How frightening.
I know how to use this. Where things are strong. Go on, dance.
But do I even sleep in this situation? Maybe the Lillia. I'm going to sleep the Mystery though. I think I have enough
Go on, dance. I'll ferry you.
items in my units.
Where things
I just want to give the Mystery more stats. We're on turn what? 4. So not yet. Yeah, I'll shuffle Blooming Buds into the deck, sure.
Go on, dance.
Maybe it will be relevant. Let's drop this over the 5/5. The opponent can't do anything. I'm just going to do this to deny the stat change.
Little dream does wonders. Whoopsie Lily. Where things are strong. A little dream does wonders.
And the opponent can't do anything. That was all I was waiting for.
Where things are strong. A little dream does dreams at dusk take wondrous shapes. This is my magic.
Come on, opponent. Let's close out the game, shall we?
Where things are strong.
Ooh. He's still struggling. He really doesn't want to let me go into my next encounter without taking damage. Except I have the regeneration, so it's not like that damage will stick anyway. We're almost there. Surprisingly quick. Consecutive palm, shuffling a bunch of copies of it. When I'm summoned, summon a copy of me, the Heart of the Three. Killer Nexus 3 and summon Spritelings, grant allies everywhere spirit, manifest a card that costs 8 or more and reduce. This is funny, I'm going to pick this one up. Since the run is being rather easy so far, maybe pick up the fun cards, make things a little bit more of a challenge. I definitely don't want Feral Senses though. Feral Senses just makes it so I have even more clutter in my hand. I'll pick it up. I get to decide my next draws now. And I suppose I'll get some spell upgrades as well. Go alongside all of the spell casting I'm doing off of the free spells I get at the round start. Yeah, I'll keep this hand. Maybe I should cut the Endless Devout because while a good unit, it's definitely not necessary. Let's Feral Prescience first. Yeah, I want the Lillia. And I'll draw one. And I'll shuffle more copies of Lillia in the deck. I'll summon a Spriteling. Maybe I should cut the Siphoning Strike, I haven't been using it. The opponents definitely got a threatening board. Let's see. Feral Prescience. That's way too many Lilias, I don't want them. Let's play a Lillia.
Close your eyes and dream with me. Where things are strong.
I'm burning cards, unfortunately. I'm burning good cards as well.
Where things are sweet and dream of better things.
Focus. Focus.
Well, at least my Siphoning Strike is decently upgraded. Yeah, I'll take the 12. I'm sure I'll be able to build it back up somehow.
I will rip the power from the desert.
And I'll pass.
Go on.
I have an explosive turn coming here. Oh, that's the end of Dreamlight Linus. Yeah, it's fine. Let's Feral Prescience first. Skip.
A little dream does wonders.
Let's Luminous Sprite. No, let's copies of Luminous Sprite. And then this is fine. We'll give it elusive. We'll do this with Lillia.
A little dream does wonders. Go on, dance.
Start buffing up our champions. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do this.
Are strong. I'll ferry your dreams to the garden.
So we can draw more. We'll drop down a Lillia.
Hope, you see.
We'll sleep the Lillia. Or this Lillia as well. And then we go ahead and attack like so. Deal 40 damage to the opponent. And next turn we'll go back up with a full hand of cards. Yeah, we have so much value in this deck, it's insane.
Nightmare, you are not welcome here.
Sure, we struggle a little bit in the earlier stages of the game, but right afterwards
Are strong.
we just demolish everything and everyone. Let's feral pressures first. Ooh. If only I had a way to draw a card.
Where things are strong. Go on, dance.
Actually, I do have a way to draw a card. I just have to clear up some hand space.
Wonders. Go on, dance.
Let's do this. Draw a card.
Are strong. Our dreams at dusk take wondrous shapes.
And it's the card we placed on top? Yes, it is.
Does wonders.
We even get a copy of it on board. So I need to make up some board space. So if you could, opponent, please bear with me as I play this card for the first time. I don't think I've ever played this one before. Part of the 3. Kill your Nexus 3 and summon a Spritelings.
With your branch, I hold my purpose.
Well, I don't have enough board space for the Spritelings, unfortunately, but I'll heal my Nexus 3.
Where things are strong.
That has to be worth something.
Where things are strong. Go on, dance.
Also, with the reason missed, now I can start discarding cards from the opponent's hand, which is kind of funny. Anything else you want to do, opponent? Really? We're doing that.
Strong. Go on, dance.
Attacking... and for what, exactly?
A little dream does
It's over for you.
wonders.
I'm just going to do this to heal my Nexus up a little bit. Make sure I go into my next encounter with a decent life total. Because the game's already over. I don't even need to play any more cards, I mean.
I wield true power.
Where things are strong.
And game over. There. Simple and clean. Well, not exactly clean because I took a bit of damage, but simple enough. Let's see how we fare off against Viego. That was a good pickup. Now we can support a unit and give it double strike. Let's cut the Shadow Assassin, probably Unraveled Earth. Actually, we don't need it, even though it's a burst speed card draw. We have way too much card draw now. Or we have too much card generation. But yeah, let's see how we fare off against Viego. He's going to get a lot of extra time to pull off whatever he's trying to pull off. And he starts with a Viego on board. And I don't get the Lillia right away. Feral Prescience first. Not the Lillia. Let's do Risen Mists, I suppose. Interesting. I was fully expecting the opponent to go for a Viego on the first turn, but he couldn't. Maybe. Definitely. Oh, that's frightening.
Submission or death for all who live.
I don't even know how am I supposed to deal with that. Sure, let's get the card draw on top of my deck.
Room where hope takes root. Go on, dance. Where things are strong. A little dream does another speak.
What gets brought back? The Viego, okay.
You won't hurt Mother Tree.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to do the
Oh, you're in for it.
little trick with Lillia because the Dream Laden bow is burst speed, but I think it's still fine. Mostly because I'll drop down the Spritelings and capture 2 of the opponent's units. Slowly and surely I'm going to build up a advantage over the opponent. Rule of Reflection, summon an exact copy of me. Interesting. I am burning a lot of cards though. Let's get more Risen Mists going. Battle Prescience. Sure. Let's place the Seraph on top. Do I Endless Devout? Nah. Let's go for the Risen Mists. We already have a copy of it in hand. Good thing I have Blooming Bud. Otherwise I'd be in a bit of a pickle because that thing would have permanently killed my main source of value. Wait, why does the opponent get to attack? What perished and gave it the opponent a rally effect? I don't even know. Something did though. That's not good for me, because I just took a bunch of unnecessary damage.
A little dream does wonders.
I'm just burning through the Risen Mists.
Where things are
Burning through most of my cards, honestly.
a little dream does I'll bury your dreams to the garden.
That's a Lillia. Sure, let's place the Lillia on top, just in case. And I suppose this one's fine, because I get a bunch of Dreamlight Alinas
It works.
this way.
It works. Please, no.
Are we at the point where we can
It worked. It worked.
end the game? Or not yet?
Nightmare, you are not welcome here. Where things are strong, a little dream does wonders.
We're at round 5. We can win the game now.
Go on, dance,
Let's just attack with everything.
little spark.
No way the opponent has a way out.
Where things are strong.
That's not a way out.
Wondrous state.
Not after you just gave me priority
It worked.
without blocking. And pretty simple run. I should have figured. I did pick a champion that was good against this type of power setup. But yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.